We are the most extreme. This video is about to show you what is motion and how we cope with the final round of ERM League 2020. The content consists of this topic. Start with the introductions. Motion is a stimulator size for running the business, and this size has many features that make it close to the reality. This will help rookie entrepreneurs understanding in the big picture. And of course, in the competitions, the configuration needs to be harder than the normal game. The last game we encountered some difficulties that we never met before, and we have to adapt our management to overcome the problems. As the following content, we will show you each problem we encounter. Limiting the player is not our problem because we managed to use the Discord, the voice chat program to communicate, and we let one player live streaming his skins and let the others can still participate. Second, to plan this, we have to consider the evaluations by focusing on net profit and KPI target at 15%. Furthermore, we would focus on selling in a big amount for retail because there is only one machine and unable to produce products to reduce the cost and not be able to produce enough to go to B2B. Current ratings assessments, retail on assets, retail stock out, late shipments B2B, space utilization, and inventory values are effective at 10%. From that, we could balance this out. By the first period, we would open to retail with startup monies at 2 million baht. After selling products via retail, we would gradually expand the business by dividing the expansion into 3 phases as follows. Phase 1. Start carefully. The key is adaptability and cost-effective by arrange items that fit your needs and limit the space of retail start at 50 units. And after that, see at the sales value to back up the choice to set the safety stock and to know the quantities we should procure. We choose Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi because both places have the most population. So we see that they are the best choice to invest. The reasons why we didn't choose Yangon's over second branch because Hanoi's retail fee is cheaper than Yangon, but the population is not much different. Choice criteria is the volume of product sales is stable and continuously for entering Phase 2. Phase 2 business growth stage. Start investing in machineries and start warehouse to produce products for B2B. Choice criteria is cash on hand is more than 3 million and net profit is more than 1.5 to 2 million for entering Phase 3. Phase 3 sustainability. Increase investment in media markets appropriately to maximize market share. These are the results after we pass and prepare for the obstacle. So most of our income came from retail market, and the next page shows our sources of income. And this pie chart shows expenses in our business, so the most expenses we spend on salary. For the main customers for each market are Ho Chi Minh City, 50% from retail, Busway is 64% for wholesale, Trinity 40% for e-commerce, and Big Store 60% for the service. For example, Dutch masks were removed in the random period. These problems will lead us to cash flow problems because our inventory has many Dutch masks. The first thing that we have to face is cash flow problems since we can't sell the products that we stock. This utilization showed that we lost 12.08% of gross profit margin during the period. We overcome this product by use less money to obtain our firms and try to use credit purchasing in order to have stock enough to sell to each retail. This taught us to expect the unexpected so we can overcome any situation. In this day, some products may affected by governments or some law. It is better to invest in various sources to diverse the risk. The second issue about vendor that sells finished goods can be purchased within 5 days has changed to cash on delivery, back and forth. This has affected financial equity, which we have solved this by order less and loose the sales to keep the financial equity. Moreover, we made a mistake during the competition by miscalculating our debt and we ordered in a large quantities, and we also get the B2B deals which we were not ready. But this time we can get through this when the customer pays us on day 36, but we need to wait for 10 days for the income for the payment, so this leads to current ratio problems. Once everything getting better, we step up the quantities of purchasing order to conquer the best seller to retail market. And this chart can show you that we can reduce our cost efficiently from using the machine, and our production is increased dramatically. If we take these lessons in the reality, we can see that the huge companies can go bankrupt if it's not try to slow down and cash flow. If it keeps spending the money in the same amount every time, it will face a big problem. For example, Thai National Airport closed the airport temporarily to reduce the cost instead of keep losing money for nothing. The problem number 3 is about service because most of the income is usually from staffing service, so that many can be calculated at all times. But when the service is limited, it makes it impossible to have income or profit. And due to one of KPI targets is market share, it's a market share service, so there has competition to price service offer. And these are the charts to show our sales from service. But we want to mention you that in the day 27 to day 73, our revenue is not increased because the configuration is not allowed prior to gain revenue from service temporarily. That made financial calculations also cause directions follow, so we have to find income from other means to help strengthen our finance more agents. So some restaurants have to change their selling methods temporarily. For example, when there are policies that people must keep distance for orders, restaurants can't let their customers eat at the restaurant, so they charge to delivery their food instead of eating at their shop. With each method, they can also have their income while in the lockdown period. Even though we have gone out the plan, but we still focus on the plans and persisted as plans that make us able to handle the problems that we have explained in business plan and in the video. Thank you for giving us an opportunity. Arigatou gozaimasu.